I'm recording this video because I have to tell you about something that I found that actually changed my business completely from the ground up. I'm that guy who starts businesses on a whim, jumps out there in the front of the bus and gets hit by the bus if there's nobody on my team to pull me out of the way because I didn't check beforehand. I was just more interested in that shiny penny, right? I came across Satiated Artists. I hired a project manager, and over the course of several months, I've watched her completely tear apart my business and the processes that I had put in place. And just recently, I hired a virtual assistant as well. I cannot tell you guys how valuable this service is. If you are doubting, even in the slightest, that this might not be for you, try it out. You will not go back.
Could not be more impressed and grateful with Satiated Artists, not just in the way Michaela and Laura screened candidates and really respected our time in that process, but also in how they helped us think through how to think about each candidate. Making the call was actually much tougher than we were expecting. We were really delighted with everybody that was brought to us.
I want to very happily tell you about my experience with Satiated Artists because I love my Dan, my VA. I love him. He's wonderful. The experience from the beginning with Satiated Artists has been incredible. From the method of pairing me and the support with interviewing some of their candidates for my VA to how fast Dan was able to just take my projects and run. Like these things that have been on my plate forever and ever, they're done. It's like, it's done and I can move on and do the things that I've always been delayed on because I've had all of this stuff weighing me down. And Dan has just been incredible. Like anything I ask him to do, he just gets it done.
I've had a really wonderful experience with Satiated Artists. Laura and Michaela really, really care about matching you with somebody who's going to fit your work style and your personality. And I think all of that hard work in just the matching part really pays off.
When I found Satiated Artists, it felt like the perfect option for me. It's because of them that I've been able to just live a very fulfilling and happy life ever since matching with them.
My experience with Satiated Artists has been amazing. From interviewing to being placed with a client to onboarding to constantly still being trained. Laura and Michaela have been so incredibly available and helpful every day, every need.
Once you are actually working as a virtual assistant, you're also learning a lot. So we have monthly sessions where we're learning. Michaela and Laura are always there as resources. And so that's something that's really unique about this remote opportunity and really exciting, I think, for both sides, because it's exciting for me as the assistant to know that I'm learning these different, methods, and it's exciting for the person that I work with that she knows I'm getting all this training.
I have hired 4 or 5 virtual assistants before and have failed miserably multiple times. I gave Hannah a voice note yesterday explaining to her how I wanted her to reply to a very high profile contact, and she nailed it. I could not be happier with what they're doing to my business.
Once we brought Jen on, just knowing somebody was there on the backside in the beginning, kind of making sure that it was working out on both sides, helped put our minds at ease and just focus on trying to do what we want to do, which is have a second brain. Not an easy task for either side.
Nothing ever looks cheap from Dan, and he's so intelligent and so gifted at what he does that it brings a whole new perspective into my business. Like this echo chamber is no longer just me in my head rattling around. I have somebody that I can bounce my ideas off of. I have somebody that can help hold me accountable to the things that I need to get done. And I can have somebody that's like, hey, wait a second. Let's finish this one thing before we go on to the next thing. And this is how I'm going to help you finish it. And then it's done. And then it's done. And it's done. It's done.
Clients, if you're looking to work with Laura, Michaela, and Satiated Artists, I highly recommend it. The team that they gather are a group of amazing artists who are always working in the capacity of doing more than one thing at once. So they're available and hardworking and intelligent and smart people who are going to work with you and be dedicated to you.
It's hard to find a job that is both sustaining and supportive of your art, and it seems that I have found it. The team over at Satiated Artists is so supportive. We do training all the time, we have check-ins, and we support each other. There's such a great fostering of encouragement and support through Satiated Artists, and I really couldn't recommend it more, both for people looking for assistance and for artists looking for work.
Satiated Artists has been a huge benefit to my lifestyle, my sort of mental and emotional well-being, not feeling overly stressed and crazy because I have to make ends meet. The core skills of, being able to problem solve and think ahead and communicate well, and a willingness to learn and learn new things and adapt quickly. Those are the things you need to succeed in this kind of work. And I think many of us artists have that in spades. I hope you'll consider working with Satiated. I've loved it, and we'd love to have you.
I can't even express the gratitude I have for my experience with Satiated. I was grateful for the amount of training and support and resources that they provided throughout the entire onboarding process, and throughout my time with my client. I could always turn to the Satiated community to answer my questions and provide me a path if I was feeling lost. So I'm very grateful, and I would sing all the high praises all the time, and highly recommend pursuing this path.
I don't know how many emails I've sent to Michaela and Laura just saying, wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much for the support. We're delighted with Jen, and she's really been a perfect fit for us in a way that we couldn't even anticipated at the time that we brought her on. She's a perfect fit for one of the major projects that we're working on now that didn't even exist at the time. So it's just kind of almost been uncanny how well the whole process has flowed. And again, just the professionalism and the heart and the personal care that we felt from Michaela and Laura and the whole way through, and also that for Jen has been just a really impressive package. So please keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything, ladies. So many people out there are doing so much better because of it. Mwah.
My stuff is getting done and progress is being made in a way that just has not been possible as of yet. So I love Satiated Artists.
Cannot say enough good things about Laura and Michaela and the Satiated Artist team. They have changed my business, and I'll never go back.